Hello everybody, it's me, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, we're going to be taking a sneak peek at Samarine. Now, I think Samarine is one of those Loomians that I barely ever see. I say that a lot, I've come to realize, but it feels true. Because you really don't see this thing very often, because, I don't know. It's honestly kind of a scary threat, because it takes like 2 turns of setup and you just kind of win, right? 3 turns if you want to just like not be outsped, but basically Samarine can get out of control very quickly if you don't have a way to beat it. And yeah, we're going to be trying to abuse it today, and here I am going to be running a very brawny, tender, and clumsy one. I think you could probably run Foolish if you don't want to lower your melee defense, because I thought that if I was tender, I could just invest a little bit. Which I think I just could. If I really wanted to, I could just drop some ranged attack, or a ranged, sorry, not ranged attack. Drop a little bit of speed investment, and then invest just a little bit, so I get enough to, I don't know, maybe I do that. It's not too bad of an investment, but actually I probably will do that. That makes sense to do. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I have Tender, so then I can invest a little bit, so I can give Protagon a melee attack boost. And then I have Clutch Plushie, because if I can click Sharpen Clutch Plushie, proc, and then I could just sweep the game, pretty much. And Clutch Plushie just helps a lot in terms of, like, survivability. It's one of those things that's really good for setup sweeps, you know, as long as there's no priority users or anything like that. But yeah. We have our Rev Up, of course, and then we have our Wave Wrecker Steel Crusher, which is our double stab. Now, what's nice is that Sharpen pairs really well with Steel Crusher, because Steel Crusher can miss, but Sharpen boosts your accuracy, so allowing Steel Crusher to get a guaranteed hit is amazing, which can also increase your melee attack, which is amazing. Then we have Thunder Chomp, which is really nice for hitting, like, water types and stuff like that. And then our double stab is good. Though I do think, if you wanted to, you could, just experiment, I guess, with, like, this insane move. This thing honestly has a lot going for it. You know, it has Aqua Jaws, it has Provoke, it has Coverage, it has Vice Jaws, it has Baffle. It has a lot going for it. Plus it is terrifying. Like, it's interesting, right? And then yeah, here are the TPs, but I'm going to fix it real quick, so then we can give Protagon a ranged or melee attack boost, I mean. Also, is that too much? No, it's not too much. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, the 200 HP, so we're as bulky as possible because they have a ridiculous health stat, 20 energy, so then we can get up to 250, and then 200 melee attack is so that we hit as hard as possible. Oh my god. And then the 32 range defense is so then we can give Protagon a melee attack boost if it decides to switch in. And then the 40 speed is just leftovers, and at +1, we have a speed stat of 165, so that of like Nymare. So if I think of this as Nymare after +1, then that gives me a good idea. And then at +2, we're at 220. +3, we're at 275. So once we're at +3, nothing's gonna outspeed us unless they're a priority. But yeah, I do think that the Clutch Plushie is gonna help a lot with the sweeps this game. So yeah, hopefully you all enjoy, and let's get right into it. Now I'm kind of doing like a dual thing today. I also have an Arceros that's like Boots Burn Up. I saw it being used in the EAT tournament, and I was like, you know what, that seems interesting. But this game's going to take 1 + 1 speed boost, and we absolutely pop off. We wall pretty much all of Skelex's moves. The only problem is going to be Dokomori, so dealing with Doku is going to be a little problem, but we do have Cosmere, which is one of its better checks. This all seems completely fine. I do really like Icicle Traps this game, though, so I'm going to hope that they go with a Doku lead or something, and I'm going to bait out Protagon. I think I love going Protagon against like Doku and stuff, but one thing is for certain, we need to make sure we don't get pranked by Mamask, right? That's for certain. Because getting pranked by Mamask wouldn't be very good. And honestly, like if I just go Doku myself, it's fine, and then I just bring Arceros to get rid of the potential Icicle Traps that could be set up. Oh! And then do I just go Waba to have a better check on the Nime? I guess so, right? That makes the most sense to me. And it also is okay into the Skellig. Or if I just go into Holobunch, right? I'm not too stressed about the Skellig, to be honest. It could go Warp. Maybe I don't bring the Arceros and I bring Doku. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, actually. This will be fine. If it's Doku lead, it's gonna be a little creepy, though. Okay, now here's the thing. I do not know if this is Mamask or if it... Alright, it is Mamask. Actually, no, this is Doku. This is Dokumori. Okay, so this is the Dokumori, I think. I mean, I could get pranked here, and I lose my Cosmos item, right? I could totally get pranked here. If I get pranked, that's on me. I did not get pranked. This is Dokumori. Well, do they want to do the same thing again? I mean, I could go my own Doku now, but I don't think I actually outspeed. Even at -1. This is a bad move because I can't hit it with Wave Wrecker. I think I just go Protagon. I'm just gonna go Protagon and Dart Burst, honestly. I don't see why not, because, I mean, they could go for an Earthquake. Do I just go back into the Cosmeor? I could just go back into Cosmeor, right? But Dart Burst 3-shot kills, so... I'm just gonna back into Cosmeor. I mean, this could be the one time I could get a range attack. I'm just gonna go. No, I'm just gonna Dart Burst. None. The 3 hits does not kill. It's Heavy Shield, I think. Yeah, there's the Icicle Trap. Yeah, man. Yeah, I misplayed there. That was entirely my fault. This is definitely Heavy Shield, though. Yeah, that was my fault. I mean, it doesn't really matter because a majority of my team is not weak to Icicle Trap. So it's not something I'm too worried about. The only thing that really cares is Holobunch, and that's it. Well, there's my mask. Is this Boots? That's the question. I mean, what stops you from zip-zapping? Okay, so this is not Boots, but, I mean, Energy Surge killed, but I didn't know what it was. Oh, man. No, this is bad. Slapdown comes out, it's bad. Samarine is not awful. The problem is, like, what are they clicking? Mud Spatter? I don't like this. I'm just gonna go Doku. I misplayed with the Icicle Traps. 100% I misplayed that. That was entirely my fault. Gnarly. Okay, so no, they just go for a big hit and... I need Icicle. I mean, if I can Icicle, it's great, right? They fade away. There's the mask swap. Okay. So there's Waba. Now I feel like this is just gonna deep freeze. I honestly think Cosmeor is fine. Because it could barb for some reason, right? It could barb. It does barb, okay. What the heck? Okay, I'm gonna Hypno here. In this position right now, I'm looking great with Samarine, right? It's looking great. Now, do I dissipate into Alvin? Or do I don't know. Problem is, this thing is ignorant, so I need a little bit of chip on it. I'm gonna dissipate, see what he does. Okay, I'm just gonna go Alvin now. Because it doesn't matter the boost that I get, it's gonna be ignored anyway. So I'm just gonna go Alvin. And they can very easily just switch me out or switch out themselves. If they go into something like more Fezu, I think that's also... I don't know, it'll be a little weird, I guess. But we'll figure it out. I usually figure it out. 3? Ooh, is it 3? No, it's 2. So we can see what Driving Force comes out here. Okay, but that Wobelisk is now in range for us to actually pop off with our other guy. So I think that here, if I just Hypno again, into Samarine, into Sharpen, I think we just win. Potentially. We'll see. We have both Barbs and Icicle Traps up, which honestly is such a strong combo. And they're into Nimere. That's a really bad switch. And if I hit this, I win the game. Okay, I would have won if I hit that, unfortunately. Yeah, I won the game if I hit that. That sucks. I'm gonna go for it again. Is it boots? Okay. The thing is, it's a speed tie, right? The Samarine and the Nimere are gonna speed tie. But as long as they don't switch out, right? I think I'm golden, right? The only problem is I take the Icicle Trap chip. That's pretty much it. So we Sharpen here. Now here's the problem. We're speed tied with Nimere. There isn't a whole lot that Nimere itself can do to me that I'm worried about. Oh, I win the speed tie. Nice. And we're going for the sweep. We are going for it. We have the Icicle Traps for the Morphezu. We've got our +1. We got enough chip on the Wobelisk to kill. They might think that Wobelisk can survive, but 117 melee attack isn't awful. We have 300 right now, but technically it's 200. Just because we don't, like, yeah. Also, the thing is, I don't think that Ignorant ignores the accuracy boost. So I think that can still hit. I don't know, honestly. There's very big potential that it probably still ignores it. But yeah, this is what I mean. Like, if you can get Samarine in a position where it can just win, it can just win. As you can see, it is just winning. Because that is what it can do. And now we have enough to go for 2 Thunder Chomps. So if it is Morphezu, I mean, we just Thunder Chomp and win, right? If it's Behemoth, we just hit it. Okay, no. It's, we just Steel Crusher this. I honestly don't think that we're... Actually, is 2 Thunder Chomps better than 1 Steel Crusher? No, wait, I'm at freaking +3. Wait, is 2 of these better? I think 2 Thunder Chomps is better, right? Because Drudge is a serious possibility. And if it's Drudge, how do I win? I don't. Actually, I mean, I guess I have Doku, but they could be chilly. I think it's just double Thunder Chomp, though. I think the move is just double Thunder Chomp. But seeing how quickly that Soul Burst came out, I think I just killed it with Thunder Chomp. So... Oh yeah, so no, the crit. No, it just killed because of crit. Alright. What a dub. So I just fixed this. So because of how much energy I used there, I was able to use what? Steel Crusher on Nime, Steel Crusher, Thunder, Thunder. So I think with this energy, you can get all of those moves. The problem is if you get hit with your Clutch Plushie, then it's Jover. But this does allow you to click up to 5 moves. You get to click 350 moves and then 2 Thunder Chomps. Alrighty, and here we go into the next one. Okay, so this is another one where, like, if we just get in on the field with stuff chipped, we can easily win. I do think that Barbs is incredibly important in this game. I think Hollow Bunch also kind of carries. I think we always Pharaoh Blast with Hollow Bunch, though, because the Eclipse could always want to come in against Nova Blast, because they could also maybe even go Sea Drake. The Morphezu is a little scary. I'll be honest. Morphezu is a little spooky. I do have our Saros, though, which honestly could potentially catch that Zulong off guard if I go with this lead. Maybe. And I think I just bring Waba, right? I think this team works. Hollow Bunch carries this team defensively, though. No, I might actually need Cosmure. I want to bring Waba for Barbs, you know, to like start chipping Mutagon. But maybe if I just go Cosmure, I can just stop the Mutagon in its tracks and I just dissipate every time. But if that doesn't work, then I don't have Protagon to hit it. So maybe I don't bring Doku. If I don't bring Doku, the Morphezu's a bit scarier because I don't have a way to hit it with Baneful. But even then, that's probably going to hit me really hard. It's going to be a thing where I need Samarine, right? And that's going to have to be what happens. I think it's going to be a Samarine thing. Yeah. So we have one form of hazard, which is Cosmere. So they just go Morphezu. Okay. This wasn't a... This is bad. Very early and very bad. Do I just hit it? Honestly, I don't know how else I can deal with this thing. I brought Arceros exclusively so then I could maybe catch the Zulong. I think the chip on Morphezu is worth it. I think it is. But the problem is, if I just go into Samarine, then it's also kind of the same thing where it's like, it's fine. But I take a lot, right? I feel like I take a lot. I don't know. I feel like Samarine's fine. Alvin is, like, okay. This is the worst lead they could have gone with. This is such an awful lead for me. I think I just go Samarine, though. I don't have Fade Away, which is, like, a problem, right? It's a problem. Yeah, they just palm. Like, they can't hit this. Like, they can. It's a freaking Morphezu. Are they just going to Gust immediately? There's potential that I actually outspeed. Okay, no, I naturally outspeed this. What are they going to do? How much do I take? Oh, I take that much better than I thought I would. Okay, no. Okay, so... I think I just Steel Crusher, right? Thunder Chomp, I know killed, but I figured they would switch. Right? Well, I'm at +3. I mean, if they just bring Mutagon, I can't do anything with Samarine, right? Like, if they just have Mutagon, it's Jover, right? They can just go Mutagon. Which they're probably going to go into it, so then this was pretty much pointless to try to set up with this. This early, that is. So I Steel Crusher. I have a Steel Crusher and a Thunder Chomp left. Did they bring Mutagon? So, fun fact, Steel Crusher actually isn't contact. I don't think. So this kills if this... I think this just kills. Yeah, that just kills. So I have 2 Thunder Chomps. Or 150 costing move. They might just... They're losing a lot just for this. Sheesh, they are losing a lot! Do I just wave? I feel like I could Wave Wrecker because there's potential this doesn't kill. So I can go for a Daze. I think the Wave Wrecker is better. Yeah. Like, the only chance I had there is if I got the Daze. I couldn't have gone for anything else. Yeah, Samarine just did so much work in this, like, first turn. So they clicked Boiling, right? So they clicked Boiling, I know that Arceros can outspeed. And if it is, Zulong, to Clips, which is kind of what I'm worried about, it's fine. It shouldn't be too bad if that's the case, because if it's to Clips, I think I just Dart Burst, right? Yeah, there it is. Clips is very, very, very scary, though. I mean, no, if it's to Clips, Zulong, I just go Cosmere and sack it. Right, but if it's Mutagon, I still think that I win because I have Hollow Punch. They just palm, okay. They are looking to just win. So I kind of need this Hypno to hit, but I need to go through Hypno through Dark Surge Flinch as well. So, very risky that what I'm going for here. Very good chance it doesn't work out. But I don't think it's the end of the world if it doesn't. It did work out. Okay. Okay. So I think here we just hard switch and don't dissipate. Okay. Now we just Dark Burst. Problem is that they wake up, but this is damage that I kind of need. Metallic Pearl. Yeah, that's an item you should use on Clips. Yep. Yep. Yes. Yes. It does cover one of its 2 weaknesses, but it is such a bad item on Clips, I feel like, because you could just run better items. Like, you could use an Essence for more damage. You could use Amulet to heal behind Scapegoats. I do think that if he hits himself, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's not fair, is it? I feel like here just Thunderstrike. I think Dart Burst is probably better, but I didn't want to miss. That was just unlucky. It hit himself twice. I don't think Metallic Pearl is the play. I guess I don't really care about Metallic Pearls because my only metal attacker usually is Protagon, right? So it's never something that I'm ever too worried about when I go up against. I'm assuming like, everyone uses very nimble Zulong. So, I mean, oh my god. That is one sight to see, is no very nimble Zulong. You do not see that very often, and I actually live this. Yeah, should have just gone for Thunderstrike. Also, that did not hit me very hard, considering like that you're. I mean, I get your Awakening, but you should always run Brute Force and Zulong. But hey, I'll take it. It's Christian Ronaldo, Christian the soccer one, but I think it's called football in Brazil, right? So this is another game where I can kind of just do whatever I want. If I can click Sharpen once in a safe position, I win. We bring Waba so we don't just lose to Swirl. I'm a little spooked about Ferroglyph because it can have Dark Surge, which hits Hollow Bunch, which is bad. Maybe I just go with Arceros because there is potential that it could be Ideo. And if it's Ideo, then Protagon's fine. That Ferroglyph's honestly like a little spooky. Maybe I just go into Cosmere just to like scout it, right? And then I do think that the Protagon Bring is fine, but if at any point they go into Stratosaur, I think I just go into Samarine, right? But I think before I do that, I need hazards up. I need at least one layer of barbs, because he can't get them removed, right? I think that's required, and I think I just go Doku as well to check their Samarine. This is going to be spooky because I didn't bring... Okay, this is not the lead that I wanted to deal with, because I needed at least one layer up of hazards. I really wanted one layer before I had to go into Samarine. I really wanted one layer. And one problem is I am incredibly weak to Obsidian because everything that I have hits it on the melee side, which is its higher defense. So very good chance that I lose. I keep getting led against horrible things. This is awful. Such a bad... I did not want to go Samarine immediately. Because if they magnify... I mean, the energy surge doesn't do that much. I just Sharpen, then I have Thunder Chomp. And they just go into their Samarine, and then they live, because they're probably Volt Pearl. Right? That makes sense. Or they could be an Essence. Or they're Clutch Plushie. Or do I, like, stay in on Magnify and call them out? And then I just set up my layer of barbs that I wanted. But if I do that, and then they have Swirl, I just lose. So I think Samarine has to be the move. They did not Soul Burst. Actually, I don't know if they Soul Bursted, because I switch out first. They did. If they waste their Airstrike here, that's awesome. Like, that's amazing. But the problem is, they could probably just go straight into Obsidian. And if they do that, I think I don't think I Thunder Chomp, honestly. Because if they Magnify, I think they just switch out. They could also Airstrike for some reason. No. I think that they're just going to switch into Obsidian. Because they know that they can just beat this with Obsidian, right? So how do I beat the Obsidian? I don't. That's kind of the problem. Is it a thing where I just click Steel Crusher just for the damage early? I mean, you know I have Thunder Chomp. You're not staying in. You have your own Samarine. There's no way you don't know that I have Thunder Chomp. And even if not, I could potentially get a +1 boost. And even if they Magnify, I don't outspeed them yet. So I think they just go into Obsidian here. Wrestling. That's fine. We get good chip on this. Very good chip. Holy. And we're not going to risk this thing outspeeding us, so we're just going to go straight into Cosmere. Cosmere can get up our hazard, which can break the potential Samarine's Clutch Plushie. So that's what we want. That is 1,000,000,000% what we want. So we're going to Icicle here. I think this is fine. I don't know how we're going to beat Obsidian. Is it a thing where I just have to Driving Force it? Yep, here it is. It's not Resilience. Never mind. We're fine. It's probably... I would assume because it's Premonition, it's gonna just Primal Slash. Yeah. Guys, I don't pay for my battles. I promise you. Okay, now that this thing is asleep, We have a turn to do whatever we want. Do we take advantage of the turn and then set up a layer of barbs? I mean, I don't think that we do that. We got the hazards up, which we wanted to break clutch plushies. And now it's just a thing where we need to break down the... I think I Psycho Blast into Dissipate, honestly. They could also just go into Stratosaur, which works because Stratosaur walls me. I've also been considering recently dropping Hypno to just get like Dissipate, Icicle Trap, double stab. Because in situations like this, I would like the Ancient Stab. Ugh, I'd like the Ancient Stab. So yeah, we got this chip, which is good chip. And I think now we can just go into... Could we go Arceros to bait out the Primal Slash and just Outburst? I don't think... I mean, it probably kills, right? We'll see. I mean, if it doesn't kill, they forced into Beast Slumber, right? And if they're forced into Beast Slumber, I just go Waba and Driving Force. That's fine. They could also just see super effective Unga Bunga move, right? Okay, they do see super effective Unga Bunga, but it was not a very good super effective Unga Bunga. So we're just gonna Outburst and go for a kill. Okay. There we go. Now we're kind of locked out of using Outburst for the rest of the battle because we're lower on energy. And I don't actually know. It'd be nice if it just updated its base power based on how much energy you had. It'd be very nice if it did that, but they're not gonna do that. It's fine. Okay. I wasn't looking, but there's an Opedeus looking at me. Okay. Well, this is just a thing of, is it Boiling Press? Oh, shoot. This is actually terrifying. And it melted my Icicle Trap. Ugh. Maybe... I think I just... No, if I go Cosmeor, I'm incredibly weak to Wrestling. I'm like incredibly weak to Wrestling. And if I just stay in with Arceros and Outburst, then I just go Doku. They Frost Beam my Earthquake. No. I think this is the move I have to play is Outburst into Earthquake. I think this has to be the move because I can't do much else. Okay. This is fine. I do think that Doku works. And right now, if I could get in against Wrestling with my Cosmeor, Dissipate, it's fine. I just need Earthquake right now to kill, and we're chilling. I do live another one thanks to my Milkshake. Okay. We still break clutch plushies. I'm just scared of that Samarine in the back that I know that they have. Do you think they would go Wrestling? Interesting. I mean, this is the one thing I kind of wanted to beat. No, I think I just Earthquake. No, I Baneful because they have Wrestling and Stratosaur. I mean, okay, that's a big dub. I got a crit. There's their rev up. Baneful Bash. Why are they Wave Wrecker spamming? Huh? Why? I don't get that move. Okay, so here I can just go into Cosmeor and then I think I just win, right? So if I go Cosmeor, I just throw out Hypno, then Dissipate. If it's Stratosaur, I just stay in, I Sharpen, and then I win. Or I just straight up Dissipate, right? I could also just straight up Dissipate, but I'm just gonna Hypno. Okay, they are not boots. Meaning if I get this Hypno off, I Dissipate, I Sharpen, I win. Unfortunate miss. Yeah, it's an unfortunate miss. I'm gonna try to go for it again. They're gonna spam their Frost Punch. I want to win with Samarine because I think this is the fastest way that I can win. Because of the team that I brought, I can't really kill the Stratosaur immediately. I mean, I can, right? Yeah, it doesn't really matter that this keeps happening. Actually, I could just dissipate here instead, because they're out of energy. Yeah, they can't go for another one. They don't have enough. Well, apparently I can't move. Oh. Do I even die to that? Can I hit myself again? Hit myself, please. Why? Okay, I'll take that. Are they just gonna flail again? Okay. They just handed me the win. I'll take it. I didn't want to get dazed hit like 8 times in a row. But, hey. We'll take it. It's a Samarine win, so. I know that this Wrestling can't outspeed my Samarine, so we're just gonna Sharpen. Because Wrestling needs to be above 100's base speed to outspeed me after this, and it can't. There's the Stratosaur. I actually probably could have just clicked Thunder Chomp twice and won, right? But this is a way of saying, yeah, I've won. It's Jover. And we Thunder Chomp. Taking a little bit to make their moves. There's an air strike that is a quad resisted move, so I'm gonna take nothing from this. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. Yeah, I take nothing. And then we go for a Thunder Chomp. And bloom. The only way they could have won is if they were hacking and had high-pitched Screech Stratosaur. And let's wait for record to end it off. GG. One thing I wish is that the little battle information thing on the left side of the screen would say if you had plus accuracy, but hey, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, hopefully that you all enjoyed, and if you did, leave a like and subscribe down below. It is very helpful. And yeah, I mean, it worked pretty well, right? I got it in safely, I clicked Sharpen, and then they couldn't really deal with it. I find it that people are really bad at dealing with setup sweepers once they get going, because I feel like a lot of people just focus on their own setup sweeping rather than what the opponent is trying to do. It's kind of like chess. You know, I heard this chess quote, and it's, you focus too much on what you're doing, and you don't focus on what your opponent is doing. So, it's a thing where you have to do, like, 2 things at once, where you're focusing on what you want to do and what the opponent wants to do. So, if your opponent has a quicker way to get a setup sweep than you do, you need to prevent that setup sweep. And if you can setup sweep, then you got to go for it. And if they don't stop it immediately, it can get out of hand. Like if they gave me a free turn of Samarine setup, right? Like let's say they had an Ika, for example, right? I got my Samarine in against Stratosaur. I click Sharpen. They go immediately into, well, I don't know, like what's a good example? Let's say I dissipated with my Cosmere. They go into Stratosaur. I go into Samarine. They're scared of my, what? There's an Amber alert. Hello? Sorry, I don't know who that is. But, yeah, let's say I dissipate with my Cosmere, they go into their Stratosaur, and then I switch my Samarine in. They're scared of Thunder Chomp, so I Sharpen, and then they go into their Ika. Their boots will outspeed me, so then they Zip Zap, right? But at that point, I know that they're going to Zip Zap, so I can just Steel Crusher, right? And so much damage can happen if you play setup sweepers right. But it's a thing where you have to focus on what your opponent is doing and what you're doing. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye!